the brachiocephalic right now.
Okay.
And then it continues. If you go back to where brachiocephalic was and go straight instead of turning, it becomes a common carotid trunk, and then the carotid arteries, which are up here.
Oh, whoa,
So that's the left carotid and the right carotid artery.
Yeah, we'll go over it again. We can. Okay,
Branch
so
from, the carotid trunk.
Can you locate that again?
okay, I'll start up here then. So you have the carotid arteries up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
These ones should be the most visible ones. Ooh.
Lots of arteries.
Carotid arteries,
Right.
common carotid arteries.
Right,
You got
jugulars.
right and left, and then they're coming down, and where they meet, where they meet, this is a common carotid trunk.
Oh, there we go.
And then you go down some more. Then down here, it leads straight to the aorta. This is the brachiocephalic artery, which is the first branch off of the aorta.
And then beneath that is the left subclavian artery.
Next to it, right here.
Okay, next to it. Yeah.
Next off the aorta
Okay.
is the left subclavian artery.
So that's the carotid trunk down there.
Left subclavian. Yeah.
Where the
So-
common carotid arteries meet.
Left subclavian, we said that.
And the
Subclavian
jugular is
vein.
right by it, right?
Yeah, jugulars are the blue right by,
Yeah.
but we'll do that later. Okay, well, let's come off the brachiocephalic again, because I don't know if you got it on the video. So, first branch off the aorta, right here. This first branch is brachiocephalic. And then the brachiocephalic will go up a little ways, and then go off to the right. And that first branch off to the right is this one, which is the right subclavian. Right here, right subclavian
Artery.
Yeah. And then going back to brachiocephalic, once you come up, instead of turning right to the right subclavian artery, you just keep going straight. You'll come to the common carotid trunk right here, which splits into the common carotid arteries, right and left. Is there anything else? I mean, what else?
Right.
Subclavian vein.
Subclavian vein. Subclavian vein. Okay, subclavian vein. It just follows with the subclavian
So that's right
arteries.
subclavian. Are there right and left?
Yeah, there's right and then left, but I mean, we're probably just gonna pick one because the book just shows subclavian vein.
Well, how about left subclavian vein? Is where-
Well, it's one of these, but we don't know which one.
They haven't separated it.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is actually. I think it's this one. It's the left subclavian, because you have left subclavian artery right here, and right next to it is left subclavian vein. Oh, which I broke. Oops.
How about the one below it?
This one? Oh, I don't know what that one is. We don't have to know it though.
Brachiocephalic vein.
Brachiocephalic vein is just like the brachiocephalic artery. It's like the common place right here. Before
large one right there.
Yeah, large before this superior vena cava. And then once you get higher, it's the brachiocephalic vein, which then branches off into that subclavian vein over here.
Oh, okay.
And then the jugulars up here. Yeah.
Left common carotid artery.
Oh, we did that.
We already went over this.
Yeah.
And the right internal jugular vein.
So internal right here, internal jugular vein right next to the carotid artery, and then external jugular vein, which both go up to the neck. The jugulars both go up to the neck.
both on the right side.
So we would get
Well,
something-
they're on both sides,
Both
but
sides.
here it's not
so we would have to say
exposed
like
as
left
good.
interior.
or external and
jugular
internal.
vein.
Yeah, just internal and external.
Okay, you don't have to say right
Yeah.
or left or.
I'm not sure, but on last week's quiz, he said the right and left didn't matter.
Okay.
Okay. Celiac artery.
Oh, okay. So, starting with celiac artery, you're coming down the dorsal aorta. So, coming down, the first artery that you come to right here, off the dorsal aorta, is the celiac artery right here. The first artery is the celiac artery.
Celiac artery.
You can see it, Nathan?
Okay, I see it now.
Alright, yeah, there's the celiac artery.
So you go down the
That's
dorsal
coming off
aorta,
of it.
and the first branch.
It's the first, yeah.
Celiac.
Not these tiny branches that are going from the, to the ribs and stuff on the spinal
It goes
cord.
into the middle.
Yeah, going
What's the
into
function of the celiac artery?
this one,
I helps
think
me
it
remember.
goes to
Doesn't come close enough.
Over to you.
the liver and stuff, and the stomach area.
Uh-huh.
I think. Don't quote me on that though. I just know it's the first branch off. I just remember it's the first one.
Superior mesenteric artery.
Then yeah, that's the second one coming off. Superior mesenteric artery, right here.
Superior mesenteric. Superior mesenteric.
Okay, renal arteries.
Okay, renal. Anything that's renal, it has to do with kidneys.
Kidney.
Yeah. So,
Celiac,
it's under
superior.
this connective tissue, but that's where the renal arteries are, right?
Should be the red one.
Yeah, it should be red. But, well, you can see the renal vein right here.
Uh-huh.
Renal artery is under this connective tissue still. But,
How many are there?
well, one to each. There's renal artery and then renal artery on the other side also.
Alrighty.
Oh, this is still covered. Yeah.
Okay, renal vein. Okay,
Renal vein is
Renal vein is this one right here.
external iliac arteries.
And they go from the dorsal aorta to the kidneys.
Yeah.
These-
Yeah.
Okay.
All of these arteries are coming off the dorsal aorta.
All the dorsal
starting with
aorta.
celiac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then superior mesenteric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, okay. The renals.
Okay, and then here you have the iliac, right here. Iliac arteries. Coming down, you have external iliac and internal iliac.
Okay. External iliac is going to
Outer.
out.
Yeah. And internal. And then your last arteries that you have are the umbilical arteries, which you see are coming down and they come around down
Into the
bladder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Into the urinary bladder.
And the common iliac vein.
Common iliac vein is usually right under these arteries, but it looks like it's gone here. Where is it? Oh, right here. You can, okay, wait. Under connective tissue again.
Yeah, there's that.
This should be common iliac vein. It's not that blue. You can't really tell. We most likely won't ask it if we can't find it, but usually it's
usually under it. And
yeah, it's usually right under it and it's blue.
The
Common iliac vein. Yeah.
common iliac vein.
Yeah. Okay.
Umbilical vein.
Umbilical vein is just on. It's like right down the middle on that allantoic bladder. Where is it?
Is it down underneath? Like here?
Oh yeah, actually no. The umbilical vein is what we cut. This thing right here.
So it should be.
Wait, this
Right there.
right here. You could say this is the umbilical vein. Where is it here?
Well, that's massive.
Yeah, that's the umbilical vein that we cut right here.
Okay. There's two more. Ductus venosus.
Okay, ductus venosus. That's another concept, but let's see. So it's like it's inside the liver kind of. So the portal vein is coming. Portal vein is coming from the liver, and then you have the umbilical vein that come together into the inferior vena cava. And right there, where that junction is, where they're both coming in the inferior vena cava, between the umbilical cord and the inferior vena cava, there's the ductus venosus. Because both the ductus venosus and ductus arteriosus are both like blocked off, essentially closed off because you don't need them anymore once you're born. Like the umbilical cord, like you don't need your umbilical, like nutrients from the mom already, I guess, when you're born. So that closes off. It's like between the umbilical cord and superior vena cava and portal vein kind of.